This is the Italian Citizenship Podcast, hosted by Marco Permunian and Rafael Di Furia. Hello there, and welcome to another edition of the Italian Citizenship Podcast, presented by Italiancitizenshipassistance.com. Of course, we are back at it again with Italian Attorney Marco Permunian. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great, thank you. And I am Rafael Di Furia, and in this episode, we wanted to talk about making an appointment at the Consulate, the Comune, and the court to get Italian citizenship. We're going to save making an appointment at the Consulate for last, but let's start quickly off with making an appointment at the Comune, at the municipality offices in Italy directly. So Marco, to get this started off, a quick question for applying for Italian citizenship directly in Italy at the municipal offices or at a Comune. Is this something where you do have to make an appointment, or do you have the ability to just walk in and have the services available to you there directly?
Of course, we're talking about people who want to do the process in Italy by spending some time in Italy, and we have talked about this in other episodes. That's normally the fastest way to get Italian citizenship by descent. And when you apply in Italy, and again, we have described the process in detail in several other episodes, but you will have to meet with the Comune officials, and Comune means town, and these officials are normally working within the town hall at the citizenship office of the town. Now, there are two main meetings that you will need to attend at the town hall. The first one is to apply for residency, so to become a registered resident of that municipality, which is a prerequisite for you to apply for Italian citizenship by descent in that municipality. In the second meeting will be with the citizenship clerk to apply for citizenship. Now, whether or not you need an appointment will highly depend on the municipality where you choose to apply for citizenship, which needs to be the same municipality where you legally establish your residency. And it's, of course, always best to check in advance with the Comune officials to see if they have a booking system in place, to see if they want you to book your appointment by email or if you can just walk in. And of course, if you choose to apply for citizenship by descent in Italy with Italiancitizenshipassistance.com, we will be there to assist you throughout the process. That there's nothing you have to worry about. You just have to go to Italy and enjoy your stay in Italy, because we will be there to book all the appointments and communicate with all the Comune officials. But if you are going DIY, if you're going through the process by yourself, my best recommendation is to contact the municipality in writing to check with them what rules they will apply for you to be able to go through the process with them. Now, I think it's important to say that a lot of municipalities, given the recent increase in the number of people seeking Italian citizenship, they have established some sort of booking system where you go online and book an appointment, but that's not the rule. A lot of municipalities, they accept walk-ins, so you can just show up on the day of your appointment. And there is also a number of municipalities that will ask you to instead send an email, and they will give you the date of your appointment. So again, to recap, it could be that you can just show up and walk in and apply for residency and citizenship. It could be that you have to send an email maybe, and they will reply with the available dates, or they will just give you a date, which is the day in which you have to come in. Or they might have a booking system, an online booking system in place that you have to use to book an appointment. Now, so far, I've talked about the appointments with the town hall to apply for citizenship and to apply for residency, but there is one more office that you will need to visit when you apply for citizenship in Italy, which is the local police office, also known as questura, which is where you apply for your residency permit. So while you can enter Italy as a tourist with the purpose of starting the dual citizenship process, if the process is going to take more than 90 days, which is normally the case, you're going to have to apply for a residency permit, and you do so by visiting the local questura. Normally, But again, it's always best to check with the questura itself because there are several offices throughout Italy and they might have different requirements. But normally you will be given your appointment when you submit the application for the residency permit. So let me take a step back. You apply for residency at the municipality. You apply for citizenship. And then with the receipt showing that you have started the process to apply for citizenship, you will visit the post office and submit through the post office an application package that will be automatically sent from the post office to the local questura, and the post office will give you the appointment with the questura, and the appointment date will be indicated on the receipt that the post office will give you. That's because there is an agreement between most questure and the local post offices, which basically act as middlemen in the process of booking an appointment with the questura itself. This is, for example, what happens in the municipality of Rovigo, which is where we apply most of our clients with their application processes. But in other areas, the process might be different. For example, it might be possible that you have to go directly to the questura to ask for an appointment rather than just submit your application package through the post office. So it's highly advisable to contact the questura in advance if you are looking to do the process in a different area than Rovigo, where we are based.
And so, Marco, just to quickly recap what you've spoken about so far. So the first thing that you'll need to do is apply for residency through the town hall. Then after that, you'll be able to apply for Italian citizenship through the town hall as well. And then once you've got all of that said and done, that's when you'll be able to go and take care of the actual permission of stay, the residency permit from the police. Is that correct?
That is correct, and that's normally the standard procedure applied by most municipalities. However, there might be, and there are actually some municipalities that have a different understanding of the process. They want the process to be done in a different way, and they switch some of those steps. For example, some municipalities, they will want you to start with a residency permit, and then you apply for residency and citizenship. And of course, the questura normally is in agreement with the municipality, with the town hall, with regard to the steps in the process. So you can expect to find the process that I described in Rovigo or in most municipalities throughout Italy. However, I'm aware of the fact that some municipalities, a smaller group, apply a different process. So it's always best to contact them just to make sure how they want the process to be done.
Thank you so much, Marco, for clarifying that. And just to move on, before we talk about going through the consulate in your country of residence, let's talk quickly about making a claim through a court. Of course, we have two different categories here. That's those who are unable to get the appointment outside of Italy at the consulate for whatever reason that may be. And then we also have the category of individuals who are petitioning for Italian citizenship through what is called the 1948 case. But first, let's talk about the individuals who haven't been able to get an appointment for jure sanguinis, citizenship by descent, outside of Italy at a consulate. What does that look like for them when they're trying to get their court date set up and actually go through that whole process? I'm assuming that's something that you, as their lawyer, would be taken care of at Italiancitizenshipassistance.com, correct?
That is correct. And of course, when you present a court case to a court in Italy, the court, or I should say this judge that is assigned to your case by the court, will be the one who will be setting your court date. So basically, the attorney of record and Italian Citizenship Assistance, if you're using our services, will be notified by the court or the clerk of the judge of the court date, so of the date of the in which the parties need to appear before the judge.
Interesting. And what about for the 1948 cases? Is it the same process, or does the process differ in any way?
So the process is the same, and actually what you're asking the court to do is you're asking them to grant you citizenship. The legal basis, of course, is a little bit different, because in one case you're asking the court to allow you to go through the court because you can't get an appointment at the consulate, or because the wait time at the consulate is too long. So you're proving to the court that you have legal standing because you are unable to get the services of the consulate in a timely manner. And there is a law in Italy that protects you from that, so that if the consulate is unable to render a service in a 24 months time frame, that you are allowed to petition the court. And in the second case, the legal basis for the court case is that you have a female ancestor, and that the law doesn't allow you to use a female ancestor to apply for Italian citizenship when the child of the female was born before 1948. So that's your legal basis for the lawsuit. But the court process itself doesn't change. So even if you are filing a 1948 case, you will have to wait for the president of the court to assign a judge to your case, and the judge will set your hearing, and your attorney of record will be notified of the hearing date.
Interesting. That's great that it's not something that you as the person actually making the claim have to worry about, and you can allow the person who you've elected to work with, for example, at Italiancitizenshipassistance.com, for you to be notified of the goings on. And so just to move on to the final section of this episode, making a citizenship claim at the consulate for citizenship by descent, aka jus sanguinis or jure sanguinis, how does that all look? I know that there are many people who end up choosing to go through the court nowadays because of the difficulties that they can experience with getting an appointment. But for those who would like to make an attempt to get the appointment, how can they do so through the consulate?
When you apply through the consulate, it is, first of all, necessary to determine which consulate you're going to have to use based on your place of residency. And if you are a U.S. citizen living in the U.S., or if you are a U.S. resident, you're going to have to, based on the state in which you reside, go on the website of the nearest consulate and see if that consulate is the one that covers your state. Or you can visit the website of the Italian Embassy in Washington, D.C., which basically lists all of the jurisdictions of the different consulates of Italy in the U.S. And just keep in mind that you have to use a consulate general to apply for citizenship. You can't use an honorary consulate. And the main difference is that a consulate general is an Italian public office, so it's part of the Italian public administration, whereas an honorary consulate is run by somebody who could easily be a citizen of the country in which the honorary consulate is located, and is somebody who has another job and who is basically helping the consulate general to render their services. For example, there could be honorary consuls that basically help the consulate general to issue passports. For example, they facilitate the consulate with taking fingerprints for people who need to apply for an Italian passport, and they send the fingerprints to the consulate. But once you have identified which consulate you're going to be working with, you have to go online and look at the page that allows you to book an appointment. The booking system now that every consulate is using in the US is called prenotami, which in Italian means book me. So basically you use the link on the website of the consulate that takes you to the prenotami system, where you have to create an account. So you enter all of your personal information, and you need to enter information like your name, your last name, your residency address, your phone number, your email address, and the service that you require. So you can book an appointment with the citizenship office. If you want to apply for citizenship, you can book an appointment with the visa office, with the passport office. If what you're looking for is you're looking to apply for or renew your passport. And while you can change the consulate after you have created an account, you cannot change your personal information anymore. So be sure that you enter all of your personal information correctly and review your personal information before you create the account. But if you move to a different state, like I just said, it's easy to change the consulate once you have created the account and before you have secured the appointment. So how do you book an appointment after you have created your account? You log into your account and you select the service that you're looking for. So if you're looking to book an appointment for citizenship, you select citizenship. You will be shown a calendar with all of the available dates that you can click on to select that you want the appointment to be on that specific date. Of course, it's not easy to find an available date we have talked about this in other episodes, the consulate is normally not able to, in some cases, satisfy all of the requests for citizenship. So there are fewer appointments than the number of people that are looking to apply for citizenship. So it's possible that if that's the situation in your consulate, that you will have to look multiple times during the week or even over the course of months to find an available appointment. Once you have found it and once you click on the date that you wish to book, you will receive an OTP number via email that will allow you to confirm your appointment date. And of course, once the appointment has been taken, you will receive an email, a confirmation email, with all of your personal details, the detail of the appointment that you booked, and some suggestions like to show up at the consulate about 30 minutes before your appointment time to go basically through the security checks.
Well, thank you again, Marco, so much for explaining all of these details. I'm sure that plenty of people will find this helpful. And of course, Marco, if anybody's needing help with getting their Italian citizenship, how can they get in contact with you and your team?
People can contact us through our website, italiancitizenshipassistance.com, or give us a call. That number is on the website.
Absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you're interested in more information about getting Italian citizenship and legally making Italy your home, make sure that you're subscribed to this podcast for more information on YouTube, as well as the audio-only version on your favorite podcast player of choice. But of course, if you're subscribed on YouTube, you're also subscribed automatically to the Italian Real Estate Podcast, another project that Marco and I collaborate on, where we talk about some of the physical aspects of purchasing or renting or where to actually go in Italy. And also, if you're interested in hearing more about life abroad, living abroad as a dual citizen expat, be sure to come over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rafael Di Furia, or you can search on YouTube, Google, or your favorite podcast player of choice for Not Your Average Globetrotter. But again, Mr. Marco Permunian from Italiancitizenshipassistance.com, thank you so much for making yourself available for another episode. And of course, I'm Rafael Di Furia. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we will see you all next time. Later.
Thank you.